Alright guys, I opened everything up a little bit more in here. Gives me plenty of room to put my, control panel and my T flip-flop. And, yeah. So, now that it's open, let's go ahead and move on to the next stage. Next thing you want to do is probably get everything, depowered, so that everything's in kind of like a, not default state, but just a state that we can work with. So let's just go ahead and power everything. You want to power these first, because if you try to depower those first, these will pull back and will not pull back the pistons because they're retracted. And yeah, so let's go ahead and move back the other section. Alright, so let's put a row of torches right there, and that will depower the top sections. And a row here. And voila. Alright. Oh, actually, no, I just noticed that right there should not be orange. Clear that up. Alright. Let's see. We also want to depower those. Yep. And let's see what else. I think at this point we should probably start setting up our control unit and T flip-flop. I will not be showing the tutorial for the T flip-flop or the control panel or the control unit in this tutorial, just to make it shorter. But I will put a link into my other videos so you guys can see how they are made. Alright guys, after taking a look at my original design, I thought I would just let you guys know that this is actually an extended version of mine. So I'm going to go ahead and break this down, and I'm going to do the minimum. You can make this however long you want, but yeah. So basically the minimum you can do is 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and break these down just to the point where I have 3. And I just realized I powered those. Oh, hope that didn't break something. No, that should be fine. And one more there. And take this out. So then once you have 3, what you can do is start putting stairs on, whoops, on this section. Oh, man, am I failing at that miserably. Alright, so basically right there. And there you have it. There's your stair section. So then we'll go ahead and fill this back up. Sorry about that, guys. This is going to be a lengthy video. I just know it. But you asked for it. That's all I'm saying. So let's put this back. Put this one back. Alright. I think we are ready. Don't want any confusion. I'll just remove those. Want to make sure you guys can see the full spectrum, as you guys can see right there. That stayed. So I'm just going to retract that. And we're just about ready. I've set up my T flip-flop. Haven't tested it yet. And it looks like it's working already. I may move this to 4. I'm not sure what to call them, but basically 4 outputs. 3 outputs at the moment, but I may have to change it to 4. My current setup actually uses 3. That's why I'm doing it with 3. But if I find a better way to do this using 4 during this tutorial, it would be much easier to control having power come out from another one of these outputs than it would to like dig down and drag power out from one of these other ones, for your sake and mine. Alright guys, so at this point we just want to centralize all of our power. So basically, like this our colors basically, you know. And this, we need those to meet, obviously. And in fact, these and these all need to get powered at the same time. Alright guys, seems like this is going to be the best way to do it. Simply just putting the repeaters on the outside. I wanted to do it on the inside, and I'm sure there's a way you guys can figure it out, but seeing as how we have to have different timings for them anyways, it's probably better to have them separate. So the way I have it erased here is 3 on the outside, then I'm just kind of bringing it down and around so that it doesn't conflict with this power. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Power these, then bring it down and around. Alright, okay, so let's start with our first power. Okay. One thing I don't like is that the first power actually has to have multiple settings, multiple delays. So, I'm actually thinking we need to centralize that power a little bit better. So, we might have to dig down a little bit, guys. I will be right back. I'm going to clear out this bottom area and see if I can centralize it better. Alright guys, I see how I want to run this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make a line of this orange just so we know where our wire's racing and we don't have any confusions. Is that how I had the other one? I want to be consistent. One power out, one power out. Okay. And then we just run our redstone down and through. Whoops. You know what? I may get a break into that just to set the power. Guess I should have thought about that ahead of time. Oi. There we go. And that should be fine. Our first power is going to run into this. So let's just kind of break this out. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Don't want to touch that. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and take this out under here. Now it's starting to get boring watching me dig. Okay, so now that we know where we need to go, let's race out. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I know I need 4 and then 1, so let's start going out this way. That really doesn't matter. That's not going to get hit by that power, so we're good. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need to take another one off the end, go all the way down, and then put 1 repeater. You want to set all of these timings all the way to 4. In fact, one of these might be set different, but we'll see that soon enough. This repeater is pretty much just so that this power doesn't feed back into this line. That's all it does. Alright. And I do believe at this point we actually have to put a torch right there, because they have to be the opposite of those. And that's what we'll do. Uh-oh. Did we mess something up over there? We did. And yeah, so let's put our pistons back where they belong. There we go. That's good. Alright, now we have our first wiring done. Let me just double check my timing, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I was correct. These all need to be set to 4 repeaters, and then the power comes down into a single repeater set to 1. Now as far as these repeaters, all the ones in orange need to be set to 2, and the ones in green need to be set to 1, and they are set already. We can remove these, which who knows, we probably messed something up over there anyways. These stay, and yeah, and that one over there stays. I like to do this every time I set something up, just making sure everything gets powered properly. From the output, I change it. Okay, so what happens here is when it gets turned on, it gets turned on immediately because it's only by 1 tick, and then these will power first, and then these will power second. When it turns off, there will be a large delay, and then this one will depower first, then this one. So that way these pistons have a chance to pull down, and then these are by the second tick pull out. It's that simple. So that's the first section that we have to work with. Now the next section is this one right here. The first thing that we need to happen is that this green needs to push out first. That's the very first thing. So what we'll do, since that is number 2, we'll just simply put a torch on top of there, and then we will take our power. Take a block, set it on top of there. Let's just move it out. And I'm out of green. There we go. And that should do it. Do not expect that this needs to be the default, because it does not look like it. Which kind of sucks. But easy fix. We just remove that and put a torch. Oi! I am having difficulties today. And there you go. So now we have the first input, or the first output set. That turns on, and then it goes through its mechanisms where it pulls down and then out. Then the second set that happens is that this gets pushed, the stairs get pushed out. Now, also on the control unit, these all need to be set to 4. I thought it was 3, but no, it was 4. Alright, now I will verify the next section, then we'll move on.